Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'll be straight up. Like, I don't really care about the NT AI thing. I, I like really don't care. But I'd be curious to see what the response is because apparently, I guess the dev leader has responded to this whole issue. Um,
Tagido ruining the first impressions that the game may have. But the reality
okay,
is,
the
people
Tagido thing, I just don't understand it personally. So
are not giving
I
praise
just
where
don't
praise
understand
should
the
be given.
Tagido thing.
Whilst it's still a good video game, even people that were critical about the Tagido stuff like Asmongold still said that the story may suck, but it's still like the game is still enjoyable. Running around, doing stuff, etc., with like a bunch of 2D anime baddies is still a lot of fun. And
I'm gonna
also,
be honest with you. I wouldn't take the words from Asmongold very, very heavily or so because at the end of the day, this guy compared a 3.3 or 3.4 story to a 1.0 launch date or so, and it's just kind of like you don't really compare that to you compare the launch day of Withering Waves' story to freaking NTE, and you can tell the difference that NTE squashes fucking Withering Waves' story
most
even in
importantly,
music
well,
wise.
guess what? The gacha system is probably the best we have right now, especially when it comes to the big budget gacha games, right?
It is.
And I think a lot of people are not giving that enough praise and enough attention.
Well, it's
Where
the internet. What do you expect? Everyone likes to talk about the negative things. Like, what is this? Like, come on, man. It's pretty obvious.
that's the full picture of NTE, whilst it has these elements that are somewhat controversial to a certain specific audience, they're not. That's not everything, right? That's not everything. There's still a lot of good that NTE offers, and I
Also, what
feel like
happened to him as well? Where is he recording at too as well? Man, it's been a while since I've seen a video from this guy. I'm like, what happened, man? Why are you in this place or so? What happened? It looks like he moved too as well.
us as gacha gamers specifically should really encourage NTE because they offer a new formula and a
Looks
new
like a
form of
jail
competition
cell.
for
Oh
already
shit, is
existing
he joining
titles that
Tectone?
I feel like we can only benefit as consumers by having these devs going against each other. That's always something we should want because the more they go against each other, the more we can succeed, right? So NTE succeeding means that we succeed even more in having better quality products overall, because as we all know, Withering Wave has been a little lazy recently. They don't listen as much, the freebies have been lacking, etc. A lot of people are
What do you
saying,
mean they've been lazy? What the fuck are you talking about, man? You guys have been slurping that fucking juice or so from Withering Waves for so damn long. Brother, I don't have rose tinted glasses and I can already tell immediately how the game is just like, it's okay. It's good. It's not amazing. It's not cinema. It's none of that. It's good. It's serviceable. It's literally the best comparison that I have to say for Withering Waves. Withering Waves is literally like solo leveling. If you like solo leveling, you like the combat, the animations, the boom, the fighting scene, all this fancy mumble jumble shit, you know? That's Withering Waves. That's literally what it is. It's just literally the casual of gotcha games, okay? All right? It's not really that crazy in my personal opinion. Like literally straight up, it's really not that crazy.
there's the hoification of Withering
There
Waves.
will never be a gotcha game that will be amazing. There will literally never be one because the only reason why is because number 1, they're catering to phone users and it limits the actual potential of the game itself because they have to get rid of events, they have to FOMO, and they have to put in a kind of like okay story, serviceable story, I should say, a more serviceable story where they're basically just only want you to feel how do you want to feel in this update. That's basically it. That is not storytelling, okay? That is not good storytelling at all, okay? That is not how it works around here, all right? I can tell you the reason why Sigrika's update was the most laziest update I have ever played in my entire life. That is literally one of the worst updates I've ever played besides Frovalova's.
Well, NTE can change that if NTE is encouraged. So let's go over real quick to the NTE's
Let
global
me see. I'm
response.
curious.
Dear appraisers, thank you for your feedback. It matters to us. Neverness to Everness is built on human creativity. Duh! Duh! Oh, wow! I couldn't have seen that coming. The characters, stories, and world yard experiences are the work of artists, writers, and designers. AI assisted tools were used only on a small number of background and environmental assets, not on the character or stories that define this game. Oh, thank you. There it is. People are probably going to be posting the picture of the draft of Nanali and Mint. That one could be fake too, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna have to be somewhere. Here we go. Fix this one too. It feels so bad, and yes, it's also AI. She has 6 fingers, for fuck's sake. All right, let me see this. Yeah, that's just a big ass thumb. Yeah, it is a big ass thumb. So maybe like AI didn't AI too much there.
It has 5 fingers. It doesn't have 6 fingers. I see what they're trying to do or so.
The hair is the hair. It's a little messy. It's the way it's supposed to be. But I don't know about the rest of the stuff. But the finger, yeah, sure, that is a big ass thumb, and they should probably work on that. Let's go over some of the replies real quick. As expected, the dev's interview was correct. Core asset and character portrayed are not by AI and done by real people. Dumb people misinterpret it as it has no AI exists in the game. There it is. That's literally what we talked about in the previous video. People are misinformed. They don't know that the devs already said.
It's the internet, of course. People are gonna start doing misinformed anyways. Take care, King. Be safe. Like they're gonna throw misinformation, and they're gonna like literally gaslight a bunch of people to say, "Oh, that game has AI in it." You know, and it's just kind of like, you do know it's just only a small asset of it, right? Where they're literally just focusing most of the majority of stuff on the main, like the actual main part of the game, compared to some minimal things that literally make is like so irrelevant it makes no sense.
We are using AI.
Your mom is playing NT. Shush you.
In our development, right? It's not everything,
Hey,
but it's a support unit we're using. All right. Nobody's complaining about it, but performative Western idiots anyway. That's also an important point to actually bring up, which is. I also had it here, like the Japanese and Chinese flags. Basically, CN and JP don't care about this. You are not hearing anything from CN and JP. They don't care. JP, the founders, the home of anime, aren't saying shit, man. That says a lot, man. That says a lot. Scrolling down over here, lol, this is so bad. Someone watch this in your office. Yep, this is good. Ship it. I don't know what this means.
They're comparing like the effects or so of what's happening or so in the fight, which is kind of like, wow, okay, all right, sure.
Should have never bent the knee to the virtue signalers. All the people who bullied you guys into making this statement are not going to play the game anymore. You should have stuck to your guns. The people who enjoy the game will support you regardless of the AI tools you use. Well, true, sure, but the fact is they have to give some level of statement because of how big this has gotten. All right, do notice that it reached critical mass, and only then have they responded. I feel like it is a good business move for them to respond, or at least remind people that we've already said this. I'll be honest, man, I'm kind of disappointed by their response, because this was my reply to it: is where is our free S-rank unit as compensation for defending you, right? Where's our stuff? We need something because of all the controversy going on around the game. I feel like we deserve a little something, you know what I'm saying? And now I want to go over real quick about even where people that are critical about the game, like Asmongold, as in mainly the story, still has something to say when it comes to this whole AI situation, where there are people that can recognize. I'm talking, of course, I'm referencing Saint Tontas here, because Saint Tontas is going full doom posting, NTE bad. It's all dog shit.
Well, of course he is, because all he cares about is withering waves at the end of the day. So, I can't believe Saint Tontas is just going crazy. To be honest, that guy will never rest. In my personal opinion, I blame Tectone for platforming all of these people. To be honest. Tectone is to blame for platforming all these goddamn shitty gacha content creators.
Because of one or two elements within the game, but the reality is NTE is still a good experience. If you skip Tagida, for example, like for Asmongold, he still said, I did enjoy the game, like the world is good, etc., but like the story, it just didn't do it for me as much. And the AI, here's what he has to say.
Is that if you're trying to draw a line in the sand with not playing video games made with AI, my best advice to you is to stop playing video games.
Exactly.
And the reason why is because a lot of these studios are using AI, but they're just not telling people.
Exactly.
Because it's just part of the development process.
Yes.
Yeah, why would they tell them? Because you're just gonna have a bunch of virtue signaling.
I can even verify that that statement too as well, because the only reason why is because I have friends who are actually like, you know, game developers and stuff like that. They've told me, yes, we do use AI in our workflow, but they're not the final product of it, you know? It's to minimize certain things or like cut out certain things that literally should not be used for attention or so, and we can maximize on other things a lot more. That's how it's supposed to be. That's literally how AI tool is supposed to be used.
People that are being biased because they have to protect their own livelihood doing that and defending it from technology that is just the advancement of the world. It's like, yeah, AI is here. Like, I'm sorry. Just like before we had carousels, then we had cars that made carousels go out of business. And we have so many examples of technologies replacing people, robots in factories, etc.
It's not.
But
There's
Nintendo
no
will
like
only
grand
have AI
design here.
employees.
It's
Like,
just
yeah,
that's
like
what
your mom's
people
gonna
do,
be the next
right?
AI.
They're using it with everything. They're using it with pre-production, and they've
the Roach
said,
King,
by
not
the
the
way, Hottest Studio. These are the people that made Neverness
Yeah.
to Everness. Stated AI is used only for pre-production renderings and never for core
Exactly,
assets
yeah,
or final content.
pre-productions.
You want to know
Yeah.
like who? Like GTA 6. GTA 6 are doing the exact same thing. For those that don't know, in my previous video, I showed where the CEO gave statements about this very thing.
And there seems to be, well, we don't know this for sure, but it seems to be the case. So go back to original Mega Man and Metroid. Yeah, exactly. And so who gives a fuck about billboards? I don't think anybody really cares. And this is the problem, is that I think there is a manufactured outrage around AI. There is a massive manufactured outrage around AI. And I think the reason why is because you have all these people who are that are trying to push the idea of like AI being this horrible thing, but the reason
It's
why they're
not.
actually pushing AI being this horrible
I wonder
thing
why.
is because
The only
AI
reason why it's being pushed in this horrible thing in general is because of the whole Western side of what like the big companies are using AI for and replacing all these people with their jobs or so. That's them specifically, okay? All right. While others are literally using it like in hand to hand with one another instead of it like, you know, one replacing the other hand, they're going hand to hand in one another. This is just only a Western thing. This is literally just straight up just a Western thing. Anywhere else outside in other places or so is not, okay? All right?
stands to put their job at risk.
Oh, what? Oh no, we didn't see that one coming.
So it actually doesn't have anything to do with AI fundamentally. And if it wasn't for that one thing, they'd be totally okay with it. What is this here to all the AI bros in your comments here? Your lack of empathy for our Earth, the only one, the animals we have here. Like, what? The animals.
What the hell?
What does AI have to do with animals?
That's pretty stupid.
Here it is, caught in 4K, a virtue signaling, grandstanding, looking for approval, wanting to seem like they're this, oh my god, this angel that walks amongst men. Oh my god, it's so crazy.
I will be honest with you. It is kind of a bit ridiculous in my personal opinion. Here, let me see if I can find the tweet or so. Let me look at the tweet and real quick, and just take a look at some of these posts in general, just to kind of see. Let's see, NTE Global Edition, and then we scroll down, and I assume here it is. Let's check out the view post activities real quick, just out of curiosity. I generally wonder why NT gets all the lashing when Hoyo has been using AI in their games for the longest time. Like Honkai Star Rail has a whole AI generated region called Penacony, not on the characters. What? I don't even know what this is. You're literally lying. This isn't AI being used as a tool. Making an 18-minute AI video is not assistance. It's you avoiding paying someone for making an 18-minute short film. I don't know what this person is talking about. Everyone I spoke, I said as a fool for believing NT would remove the AI assets. Please have hope. Don't assume malice first before considering ignorance. For once, I'm really happy. It's bad to lie, we're told, but this is a good step. They could have easily ignored the backlash, but they still listen, and that's good. They're not gonna remove AI, so. Admitting to use AI and explain that the aspect of are being used on clear direction in the process that they are taking, and by describing what they are working on, said they wanted more feedback as they wanted to keep it coming. Let's see how it goes. So what about the part where you lied of not having Gen AI in the final product? I don't understand. Though certainly those who were having performative outrage about NT will come back to the game because they said they're removing any AI. I'd be very curious, or will they never speak about this? Which do you think will happen? I kind of very curious to see if they actually quote unquote remove it or so. My curiosity is, are you going to come back and play it? I want to see that for a fact. I don't need a streamer's approval because I'm right. AI bad. Never use simple dubs. Okay, buddy. Whatever it is. So like I said, Iron Mouse lied. NT admitted to use Gen AI before the launch. Iron Mouse played the game and got her money from the sponsorship, then virtue signaled and pulled the ladder up behind her. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy how people ignore the egregious behavior of these streamers. Who knows if she actually did get paid or not at the end of the day, so. Pink pause highs were the people that were trying to convince me this was an AI. I will continue to play. I would continue to play no matter what. I love you, NT. Yeah, like there are some people. They addressed the problem, realized they added something they shouldn't have, are actively fixing it, said that the community feedback matters to them the most, and they will be listening. Over some people being butthurt about some of the smallest AI assets, WNT. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, or so.
So once again, it's the artsy fartsy theater kids. You're right.
Well, there it is.
And these are the people that always have to create some sort of theatrics, right? There has to be some sort of thing that they're getting upset about or mad about or whatever.
She said
just the amount of energy it
admit
consumes.
using
Yeah,
AI,
but I mean, like,
not
obviously there's a lot of things that
ignorance.
consume a lot of energy, right? I mean, AI isn't the only thing that consumes a lot of energy.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just
they said it in an interview that they were using AI. They literally said it. The devs literally said it themselves. I'm just saying, the devs literally said it that they were using AI. Because it's time to shill into the gacha sponsorship now. Big creators are distancing because of AI. I don't think they're hiring me. I don't have the numbers, to be honest. This is like Honkai Star Rail's global passive all over again. The gas raise was released. And like, oh yeah.
Data centers. I think the reason why it's consuming a lot of energy is because it's still brand new technology to a good extent. So whilst they get everything in order, they'll probably make it so that it doesn't consume as much energy as the technology advances. But it's like the first computer. The first computer was like the size of a stadium. But now it's like you can hold it in one hand, right? Like there's like such small computers now. It's crazy. So it's basically the same thing.
Like, I don't even understand this.
We'll get there.
So 99% of the game's made by artists whose work they're now discarding. Well, I think it's more than that.
I think
the truth is that every single game that you're going to play, there are going to be games that you can tell are made by AI.
Exactly.
And there's going to be games that you can't tell are made by AI.
Exactly.
Yep.
I don't think that there are going to be that many games that are not made with AI. And if you want to make the argument that, for example, like it takes jobs away from people, if you have AI that's doing pre-production or it's doing storyboarding or some other variation of that, fundamentally, that is a job that a person used to have that's now being taken away from that person and being given to AI instead.
Yeah, like a robot in a factory or cars. For example, I remember Ubers and taxis. Like Ubers, anybody can just get on the app and start driving around. And taxis, you need a whole license and stuff. And taxi people got mad, but then taxis became irrelevant. Like most people use Ubers now, etc., etc. It's like sometimes it's just not even like technology. Sometimes it's just a better.
You know the funny thing about that? We still use taxis over here, Ubers and taxis.
Service.
We use actually both over here.
So even if it doesn't make it to the final product, if AI is being used in the
like,
creative process, it's
here.
probably being used in order to mass produce work that would have otherwise had to have been paid for. So I don't really even understand this distinction, because really the problem is, if you have a problem with generative AI, then I think that you should have a problem with it categorically, right? You should have
exactly. Exactly, absolutely, 100%. And they can't necessarily have that happen.
Oh, what? They already announced a new character already in NTE?
Because the reality is, people are not going to allow morals to get in the way of convenience.
Let's go.
Convenience is incredibly important, and people are going to, let's just say, ignore some of the moralities that come with something, especially as something that's in the gray area, like the AI, for example. They're going to do enough mental gymnastics to just ignore the big, oh my God, moral voice in their head, and not let it get in the way of convenience or strategy. Also very important, just like we've seen with the Iron Mouse, Shy Lily, etc., etc. Like that's very important. Like strategy.
Shy Lily talked about this too as well.
In this, and this was Asmongold. I'm truly disappointed with Saint Tontas here, where he still demonized the use of AI in their stuff and trying to doom post the game as bad, when the reality he should be with us in pushing for the game as well, so that Wuwa can improve upon having a new competitor and doing better.
You think that guy is gonna try to fucking brother in Christ? I don't know what you're talking about. That guy will never fucking do any of that shit. That man is slurping on the Withering Wave slop juice or so that he'll never let go of that slop juice.
Towards their player base, right? It's such a shame to see this happening. Instead, like, he's still doing the exact same stuff, where I think this is a great opportunity for us to come as a united front and really push for NTE as a strong competitor in the space, so that we could all win with NTE and all have better products all around. Like, Wuwa can improve, and NTE is of course going to keep improving because it's the new one, and of course maybe hopefully even Hoyoverse games can start improving, right? Now,
you expect Hoyo games to improve? Man, mother of God, what am I listening to right now? Jesus Christ, I have been out of the gaming, the gacha scene, like, from the content creators for such a long time. Brother, I gave up for them Hoyo games trying to fucking improve. I gave up on that shit a long ass time ago, to be honest.
Was their response. They didn't give us no freebies whatsoever. I don't want to... It's a game theory, man. It's just a game theory. Because of this backlash, because of what's happening in this space, because of how controversial NTE is getting, and because this is still the start of the game, and they want to win our favors and make sure the devs are really doing right by their communities, because we are in the win us over phase. This is the honeymoon phase. My game theory, there will probably be giving away a free S rank unit. And I think it's going to have to be...
I don't know if they're going to do that.
It's this guy right here, Chaos, which actually is fitting with the name, considering the chaos that we're having to deal with right now in the space. I think this is going to be...
I don't know about that, to be honest.
I do. I think so. This is going to be our guy, as given as a free unit to compensate us for all the...
I don't really believe that, though.
Dude, because you cannot go on social media and not see people talking about this all over the place. Like, we're supposed to be talking about... you know, the impact this should have on this, on the gacha space, or how, you know, they should improve upon the game, right, in mechanics, etc. Like the whole Tagido stuff. His name is Tagido. All the Tagido stuff. Like, they should do that, because here's the thing. They already said we're already reviewing and reworking the flagged assets, Clear Skies in Summer, and Pink Paws Heist. I don't know what this is, but I think this is where, like, a lot of people are complaining about stuff. So they are saying we're going to get rid of that. But I think if the devs are willing to listen this fast, well, let's face it, this is not like them devs listening. This is like, because it reached like such critical mass in relevancy as a topic, they had no other choice but to pull up and give a response. Your feedback shapes the game, so please keep it coming. We're listening, and we're committed to delivering the quality you deserve. This is the NTE team. I'll be honest, we're still lacking like some freebies, which I think they will give freebies as a form of a free character, just like Withering Waves has done with Shangri-La back in...
I don't think so.
They Shangri-La, if I remember, was in 1.2. I think, considering...
Who did they give out for free in Withering Waves? In 1.2? Huh? Wait a second. Oh, that fucking... You mean Yao? Fucking... It sounded like he said like Chang Li for a second there. I was about to say Chang Li. What? I don't remember Chang Li being given out. What?
How big
just say
the
Yao.
Controversy is right now in 1.1.
Fucking threw me out of the window for a second there.
Of 1.1,
I'm about to say.
they might announce the fact that he
I thought he said
Let's
Chang Li. I was like, what? I don't remember the
that
giving
I
out
hope
Chang
personally
Li.
is going to be a reality, because I'll be honest, man. Every time I see controversies and stuff like that,
I'll be honest with you. I think personally, I think it's a little bit ridiculous in my personal opinion. I was almost tilted there. Damn, you missed a free Chang Li code. Shaking my head. Shut your bitch ass off. I played this game since the beginning. He was also given free for winning new mobile game of the year. Yeah, I completely forgot about that too as well. So, but you didn't get an extra copy though. But anyways, it's just kind of funny, to be honest. In my personal opinion, if you hate AI overall and you hate that like AI is being used or so, just don't play any video games at this point. You know, anything from now moving forward, you should not be playing any video games because it's gonna have AI in it. I'm like, you guys told me that she played Tomodachi. And that game says that the voice synthesizer that they use is AI. So it's just kind of like, well, that could have been used for an actual voice actor, you know? They could have used an actual voice actor for that, you know, instead of using AI for it. So I'm just saying. Or they could have used an actual real person to synthesize that specific voice into it. But instead they used AI. So it's just kind of like, well, what are we doing here at the end of the day? I'm like, they're just not telling you guys. They really are not telling you guys. But yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Honestly, this kind of like completely like is crazy in my personal opinion. I just can't believe the devs responded to it. To be honest, it makes sense that they responded to it. In my personal opinion, the people who actually like, you know, straight up didn't care about this shouldn't even be caring at all, to be like, they shouldn't be caring those people in general who are like, you know, saying, oh, we won't play the game, blah 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 blah. If I don't see he boycotting GTA 6, he's a grifter. I better not see Iron Mouse play freaking GTA 6, because I know for a fact that thing has AI in it. Let me see, hold on. Based on the statement of Twin Directors, 2026 generated AI was not used to create the world. However, the game is expected to use advanced traditional AI machine learning for non-playable characters, NPC behaviors, and potentially internal development tools. Well, there you go. That's it right there. They have AI in it. So I'm like, why couldn't the guys, you know, why couldn't they animate the NPCs to go into specific areas, huh? Why do they have to use AI? That should have been for somebody's job right there. It's just kind of like, because it's an irrelevant fucking piece of part of work, you know? Who the fuck wants to animate the fucking NPCs, the non-playable characters, to move to a specific location and animate every single goddamn fucking NPC in that game? Nobody wants to do that. I know for a fact that nobody in the dev team wants to do that. That shit sounds so boring as shit. So that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say specifically about it. So anyways, that's it. That's the end of the video. And honestly, this is pretty dumb in my personal opinion. And peace.